Nailed it.
Very different drink choices I just saw.
Microphone. Good times. All right, so shall we begin?
I think we shall.
All right, as usual. Hey, I'm Bob.
I'm Jake.
And we are
Nailed It the podcast.
Now, of course, that's going to be lagged, but that's fine.
I tried delaying my response just to make sure that I could time it just right, and I still fucked it up.
It's fine. So here we are with our final episode of 2024, episode 12. Squeezing it in just under the wire on the 30th of December. But we did what we said. We got one a month in. So we're in the midst of getting one a month in. So
yeah,
finalizing that. So it's been a solid month since we were together too. So
it really has been. Between us not having shows and just the holidays have really made it hard to get together.
Since before Thanksgiving, I don't think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't think we've gotten together to talk about the new Ghostlight lineup, like the actual shows or any of that yet.
Yeah, I think we had talked about leading up to the shows, but we never had a chance to really talk about how the shows went or anything.
Right. Well, yeah. Plenty to talk about today. But what's new and exciting since I haven't talked to you in a few weeks, like quote unquote face to face?
New and exciting. I had a new song come out as of like a week and a half ago.
Right.
New song Cyber Shadows, which is out now everywhere on all the streaming services, which is just a part of my solo project. I had a song that I was sitting on for the longest time, and I was like, I'll finally release it because I was happy enough with it that I could release it. Because a lot of times I'll sit there and I'll listen to these songs and I'm not sure if I'm happy with them, but after getting a couple listens in and a few people to tell me, whether or not it was good or not, then I was like, all right, I guess I'll send it out. So Cyber Shadows is out now. And from what I've heard, other people have said they are quite a fan of the tune.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a good bit, but I haven't told you I didn't like one yet. I did tell you I thought it was a weird rendition of Pickle Shots and Golf Carts, which we did say in our last episode would be the next thing we do, and we still haven't done. It's becoming a joke now.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. Is there a particular anything behind that story-wise, or just? I mean, you tend to get ideas in your head and stuff, but was there something specific about that one?
It was kind of a mixture of both. I at the time was I was reading a bunch about cyberbullying. I, as somebody that's been a victim of cyberbullying, it was something I felt that I could write about and something that other people can relate to. That's a big thing with my songs is I want people to be able to relate to things in my songs. Fair enough. Other than that one song I wrote about the Avengers. That was just me being a fan of the Avengers.
Nerd.
Yeah. But this one was mainly about dealing with cyberbullying and trying to overcome that, like even just trying to become strong-willed, not so much become thick-skinned over things, but trying to work through the negativities of cyberbullying and trying to come out on top.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks. But yeah, so the few people that have listened to it, yourself, a couple coworkers, they've all said that it's a cool one to relate to because it's one that you don't really hear a whole lot about.
Right.
Which has been the kind of reoccurring thing. I have a coworker that listens to anything I put out, and he always says that he likes that I write about relatable topics.
Well, that's how you connect to people. I mean, anybody can write for themselves, and that's essentially what writing songs is writing for yourself. But it depends on what the message is you're trying to get across. And if you're trying to talk about something that happens to be relatable, that's just better all around.
Right. But yeah, so I had that come out, and Lysdexia, I can't say it's been on a hiatus, but we're having a little trouble getting together because of the holidays and everything. Oh, yeah. But Lysdexia is still very much a thing. We're going to try and get back up and running in the new year. And then we've got Ghostlight shows coming up this weekend. We're kind of getting back into the...
Yeah, we just passed the in-between weekend between Christmas and New Year's. As I checked, I believe the last full Friday and Saturday I have off for 6 months.
Real is that really
5 or 6 months
between
because of
Ghostlight and
Ghostlight shows, acoustic shows, just other things going on. That was my last together Friday and Saturday off for months, which it sounds like I'm like, oh God, I hate music. I don't want to do it. No, I mean, I like the schedule. It's just, it was weird having the time off
yeah,
to do like nothing. I didn't even go see any music this weekend. Like I didn't do anything music whatsoever.
yeah. I was
Yep.
gonna say about the same too. Yeah, I didn't really do anything other than that pickup show I did on Thursday.
Right. And that was 100% last minute. Um, and I know that was because I also got asked too. Ed
Yeah,
tends to ask me because he knows I'm right down the street, but I was fighting a cold too all week, a bad one, which I sang yesterday. I had practice with next to nothing yesterday, so I did some Breaking Benjamin stuff, and that was as good as my voice is going to allow it for where I was at. I'll be fine by Friday, but oof, there was some stuff there I was not expecting. But I definitely was not able to sing Thursday, and that's why I immediately said to Ed, I was like, "You better call Jake. Maybe he
yeah,
can do it." Because I certainly wasn't going to. In fact, I ended up feeling so bad, as you know, I didn't even make the show, which is
yeah,
very unlike me. I 100% make it anytime I can. I couldn't get off the couch, and it wrecked me for almost a solid week. And now my
yeah.
wife has it, so good times. So I'll sequester myself up here.
Yeah, that show was actually a lot of fun. For as many times as I've played at TI's, that show was a lot of fun. There was a lot of people that were really into it. People, I will never say it's about the money, but people were tipping really well. It was really a fun night. People were throwing out requests left and right, and by the end of it, I was literally just playing the last chunk of a Ghostlight set list,
Well, I
and
mean, why not? We have excellent song selections.
we do. I did have to laugh though because somebody requested Flagpole Sitta, and I've never sang that song. Even in the
Oh,
fill-in shows that I've done for you, we didn't do that one, and so I've never sang that song. And thank God for that iPad. I was sight reading those lyrics as best I could. I think I flubbed up one or two lyrics, but yeah, people
flagpole.
were so into it, jumping around, hands in the air. It was so fun.
Oh man, now I'm kind of bummed that I was too ill to leave the house.
There was a lady, I wish I remembered her name. She hosts the open mic nights there.
Okay.
And she came up and it was really neat how it went about. I was playing the chain and I played first verse and I'm in the middle of the chorus and she walks up as I'm singing and she kind of whispered and she's like, "Can I do the second verse?" I was like, "Sure." And so I just kind of stepped to the side and she nailed it. It was awesome.
Yeah, there's sometimes you get gigs like that. You just have a good time, and there's a right vibe in the room, and I'm glad that worked out, especially because how last minute it was. And it's the TI. It's not like, and not to make us sound like no one gives a damn, but you and I both know weekday gigs, we could promote them for months. We're not necessarily going to get anybody out,
Yeah.
unless there's people in the room. So when there is people out on a weeknight, man, that's kind of boss, actually, kind of nice.
That's
So
the
I'm glad it was good for you.
that's the second or third time that when I play there, I'll get a couple people that really just make the night.
Right.
Because there was that time you and Jen came out, and remember there was that birthday group that showed up and they
Yep.
wanted Bon Jovi, and turns out the guy's his name was Jake, and it was his birthday.
Sometimes the random is the best way it goes.
I had a guy. It was the last time I had played there, and this guy came out and he said, "Do you know how to play Twist and Shout by the Beatles?" I was like, "Of course I know how to play Twist and Shout." He goes, "Can I sing it?" I said, "Sure." So we're playing, and it dude was nailing it, and like he could sing too. And he goes, "Just keep doing this," and then he mashed it up with La Bamba flawlessly. Like this dude had to have practiced this,
Right.
and just so happened to find someone that could play it. And oh my god, you would have thought we
Stars
rehearsed
align.
this. It was so good.
That's great. Well, that's the kind of stuff that makes it fun. I mean, at the
Yeah,
end of the day, as much as we both like playing and would love to, that's the only thing we do. It's not the only thing we do. So you want the shows to be fun.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to just sit there with nobody paying attention, because that's, I mean, we're all, I mean, that's my opinion anyway. I mean, we're all different. Clearly, our solo gigs are different than when we play together, too. There's
Yeah.
no dynamic. There's no other people. So if you have people interacting, I mean, how can that not be a good time?
Oh,
Even if
it's
they're
so fun.
At least they're interacting.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I had that same show, or the one that I just played on Thursday. Had a few people show up, and oh my God, they made the night. It was 10 o'clock, and so I was done, or I was quote unquote done.
Right.
And I'm on the last song, and I'm like, all right, this is my last song for the night. And this guy goes, oh no, this can't be your last song, like, because they had showed up 2 songs prior.
Well, that's.
And he comes up, he chucks a couple bucks in the bucket, and he goes, can you play something 80s?
Huh.
And it was just,
No, sir,
warmed my heart.
What is an 80s? I don't know that phrase. Yeah.
So I gave him some Motley Crue, and then his wife was like, you got to finish on a high note. Play Jimmy Buffett.
On a high note?
Yeah, it's like, Jimmy Buffett's your high note?
Okay.
So I gave him, Margaritaville, and then by the end of it, I was like, okay, I need to go home. I have like an hour drive home.
Yeah. Still, good times are good times.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was good times.
At least it made it enjoyable. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't have any cool stories like that because I didn't have any shows.
I was gonna say, on the other end of things, what's been new on your end?
Not a whole lot, man. I've been, laying low from the shows, just getting the Christmas thing down. I had a gig after our last Ghostlight show. I played an acoustic set at the Victory Club for the
that's right,
Christmas party. I did an opening set for our buddies in Phys Ed, which in that iteration was just Ed Allison and Eric McNeil and Dave Heisey. Josh Wolpert couldn't make it. He shout out to Josh. His wife that day was in a car accident right in their front lawn. Her car was rolled over. The picture they sent me, you wouldn't have thought anybody walked away from it. She apparently had a fractured sternum, bumped up, but she was in the hospital, but fine. And I mean, as one could be, she was going to be okay. So Josh, Larry, last minute couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Obviously, they know how to do their thing, and that was fun because I ended up playing like a half an hour because till they got their sound set up, and I went on. It was a members club or the members party. I didn't care. Travis didn't care. You know what I mean? We just I was like, I'm just gonna play till my quarter of, so they can go on it too. I didn't start till probably quarter after, 20 after. And I played some songs and had a good time and drank some drinks I probably shouldn't have drank on a Sunday afternoon. And those guys killed it. And then the last set, I pretty much played the whole set with them because they told me to leave my stuff on stage, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
we had a good time. So that was fun. But that was the Sunday before Christmas. Then it just got into, and I could feel that day the cold as I was doing the songs with them towards the end. My voice started to give out. I was like, well, I'm getting a sore throat. Well, that turned into congestion and a terrible dry cough for 4 days and aches and man, it was just. But Christmas was good.
Yeah.
Got to see all the family. Did a bunch of run around. Got to see our buddy Marshall. Had to drop a gift off for him. He knew what it was, but I wrapped it anyway because I'm that kind of person.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So got to see my family and her family and just kind of chilled. We had a little get together here at the house last Friday, which I know you're aware of. We don't live close enough to hang out anymore. It's like if we don't have shows, we can't see each other anymore. We have to do it on video. But that went really well. Packed house. I mean, the size of my kitchen. It was.
Yeah. Out of the pictures that I saw, it was packed.
It's packed. We had a good time. Had a couple Craft Haven people come up, and hell, even the one and only Egan showed up and
did
his first appearance at our house. Yeah, he came by, and it was a good time. Lots of interesting beers and good, good friends and jokes, and we had a good time. I got my guitars back from Austin. So,
yeah.
God, they're gorgeous. Can't wait to play both of them out this weekend. Now I can bring my old one as my backup because it's actually set. And just very little thing. Like I said, I ended up I had a practice yesterday afternoon with the guys in Next to Nothing, only because we are adamant and we are going to play the new Breaking Benjamin tune this Friday.
Yeah.
So, but we needed to practice it. That wasn't one of those that we could dig out from the set list that we've been playing all these years and just say, yeah, we'll practice them at home. Because we can do that with pretty much any one of their songs. But that one we need to go over, and it went pretty well yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot this week. That's my show Friday at Love Drafts, the tribute to Butt Rock Festival. I didn't name it, folks, but it fits. It's the night starting out with a band called Superstar, their Saliva tribute, and then followed up by the guys in Lives Lost, our local area band. They're doing a Hoobastank
Great
set.
dudes.
And then my band Next to Nothing's doing our Breaking Benjamin set. And then the headliner of the evening is a Creed and Nickelback band called Crack, doing stuff of both those now very resurgent and very popular again bands. That's actually our friend Ed Allison's in that band too, and Kevin from Lyndhurst, I believe, is also in that band.
Yep.
Dylan from Observe the 93rd, the drummer's there, and I'm sure there's somebody else I'm not sure of, because I wasn't told. I'm not told everything apparently. But yeah, doors are 6:30 on that. We go on, I believe, in the 8:30ish range if everything's on time. But I mean, it sounds like it'll be a good night all around. So anybody that catches this podcast before then, you should come out to Love Drafts Friday night, January 3rd, first show of the year. So, and of course we got Ghostlight on Saturday, our first of the year, our first time at the Bourbon Tavern down in Freeland, Maryland. I played there before with Fell From Zero, but it's a much better suited for Ghostlight venue. So you guys, I think,
were you just there with Fell From Zero?
It was a couple months back. It was over the summer, beginning of summer, maybe end of summer. It wasn't that long ago, but it was long enough that it was nice outside. I remember that, but I don't remember time frame without looking at the calendar. But we were not as well received there. It's not a heavy band room, and we didn't have our usual sound guy, so we were struggling through that. And needless to say, the owner was super cool about having Ghostlight come back there and to his other location, the Bourbon Mill in New Oxford, next month, February. But yeah, I was afraid because I had a good relationship, and I still do, with Chuck, the owner, when he owned the place in Hanover. Fell From Zero played our second show there. Like we played there a long time, so I think he was a little surprised and maybe disappointed about how the reception was, but I guess it's just not that heavy a room. So
right, that's
Ghostlight
understandable.
is perfect for that. So it's fine. They're hit or miss sometimes. It's fine.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, my week has been just relaxing, doing a lot of 3D printing. I printed more ornaments than you could possibly imagine the last few weeks. Just random. I have to get this one in the frame. I'm going to take it off my tree, so everybody can see this. This, I don't know if you can really read it because of the film, but this says "Merry Christmas" from Nakatomi Plaza. That is in fact the tower from Die Hard with the explosion at the top here. Yeah, that's right. And I printed it as big as possible for my ornament. Didn't get it painted.
Oh my!
I love it. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'm just going to put that back. There's a couple other things. I made a Breaking Benjamin ornament and some other random nerd stuff. It's pretty nice. Pretty cool to have that printer do things. I've also been printing parts for Jimmy's drum kit. I printed a whole internal mic kit and things of that nature. I'm enjoying having this printer and doing different things. So, made you guys some ornaments for Christmas.
I have mine that hangs on my it hangs on my visor in my car.
That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta get some nailed it ones.
We need ones of our little icons.
Yep. Yeah, I need to transfer them into a 3D file and print us out some icons. So, but other than that, other than our schedule coming up, I mean, like I said, we got shows all the time. I mean, I have a show next Tuesday at the Falls, even my first of the year there. So I've got some stuff going on, but it's the usual. It's our usual, show after show, doing a thing, and getting this new version of Ghostlight kind of into full gear now that we've had a couple shows with the guys, and which we can speak about. I think they went incredibly well.
I think they did too.
We had very limited practice time before those first two. Well, I mean, really the 4 gigs that we did, and I think they all went well. I think it's still going to be a new thing. I mean, we were just getting settled in with you being there, really locked in, and then we're going to get 2 more members. But I think the future's looking bright for Ghostlight. I think we're still the band people want to see, and I think the ability that we now have to change up songs and add in, different types of things that we maybe wouldn't have done with Andy and Doug, and Dave's ability to sing. Once we get Jimmy settled into what he's playing and he gets to sing some backups, which I can't say enough good things about. I have for years about how much I love singing with Jimmy. And then I was reminded of that yesterday at the Next to Nothing practice. Like, even he's still a little under the weather. Like just when he's locked in, and he and I are locked in from years of singing together, man. There's just some things coming, and that'll work when you're singing and Dave's singing. Like his harmonies are, when he finds them, man, they're there. It's gonna be going forward. Just gonna be just that much better from something I thought was really great to begin with. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, the new songs and the discussions like we were having today in our text thread. You know what I mean? Just about new stuff and things that, not that we didn't do that when Andy and Doug were there, just now we're talking about some new stuff that we haven't done, or even stuff that Rich and I did that we haven't done in the band since you joined, even much less these guys. So
Yeah.
it'll be nice to refresh things a little bit and get a little bit of a little variety in our set list, maybe a little change up. So that'll be cool. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I will say when we did the first two shows, so that would have been Tellus and
Union House.
And Union House. Tellus was, aside from having to use like the house sound and things,
right?
The
weird
overall,
first
like the overall feel of the band, you can very much tell changed from when Andy and Doug were in the band to when Jimmy and Dave took over. And that's not to say anything about Doug and Andy. They are fantastic dudes, and forever grateful for them and you guys for bringing me in.
Right.
But
you're welcome.
Oh, thank you. But like the overall, like essentially a party feel has upped itself in the band.
Right. Well, there's my voice. I think a lot of that goes with, number one, bringing Dave on board. And I've said this before. I know he won't listen to this, so we don't have to worry his head getting any bigger. But I think Dave automatically has that vibe about him. He always did, because he's a front man, like you are, like I am. You put three front men across the front, and you and I and him have played in a band where we were more about that laid back, fun attitude. And I think that automatically translated even if we weren't trying. And I think that's only going to improve. And I agree with you. I felt the same way. There was just a different feel about what we were bringing to people. So different energy. And I think that's because of more energy. Your side of the stage now is full of movement and energetic, because of you and Dave, doing your little dances and whatnot, and just a different feel of it all together. Rich was always super mobile. I can only be as mobile as my microphone.
Right.
Until it's your turn to sing, or Dave's, now there is an opportunity for me to stop standing at my mic the whole time. So I think there's going to be more, not just energy, but more of a vibe, not to overuse that word that people tend to use, but in the classic sense of the word vibe, like just the movement and energy and things that we're going to bring to it now that we didn't have before, because it wasn't the way the band was built. It's becoming something else, and I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm here for that change.
Yeah, I'm really excited, for the new stuff that's coming in, and just the more shows we play, the easier it's going to get with Dave and Jimmy and just all five of us as a whole.
Right.
And it's only going to go up from where we are. Not to say we're at the bottom, but
I don't think there's a backslide here.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going backwards.
Yeah, no, it's just going to get better and better and better. And even in the few times that like we'll have a hiccup here or there, all of us are at such a level of musicianship that, we carry through it and we can make it through and make it seem like nothing happened.
Right. We can roll over mistakes pretty quickly, or laugh it off, or whatever it is we need to do, but we can definitely make it work. And I think that's, again, I've now played with Rich for a few years. I've played with you off and on for years. Dave and I have been playing together for 10 years or something with acoustic stuff and different things. Jimmy and I have been playing in bands together as a regular since 2010, maybe.
Yeah.
We played for a few years in Johnny Chimpo, and then, the Next to Nothing thing's been going on since like 2017 or something. Like I just, everybody, for me, on my end of it, everybody in the band I played with long enough now, there's no new guys. There's no, all right, man, what's this guy about? Or how are we going to play together? Is it going to work? We know the personalities in the band all fit. They'll work. And
Yeah.
that was a big issue Rich and I had in our discussions about bringing new guys on. Not you. I mean, when Andy and Doug said they were leaving, Rich and I had many conversations as the torchbearers, not to put you out of it, but we had
Right.
more
No, I get
so to
that.
speak. And it was all about, is it the right, musically the right thing for us? Like instrumentally, the guys, who are we going to bring that's good enough, to fit what we're doing? Not that we're perfect, but we need and are they going to, the personality is going to work? And
Right.
I think we found that pretty quickly. So.
Oh, absolutely. And we've said it from the beginning that Dave and Jimmy were the right choice for what we're doing and what we wanted to do moving forward.
Agreed.
So,
yeah, we knew
that. We knew that. And, they'll argue with us, but this is what needed to happen for Ghostlight.
Yeah, and that ended up, as far as I'm concerned, for the little bit of time, the 4 shows we did so far, it proved itself to be the right choice. And not to also, sweep it under the rug or anything, but we also switched sound guys.
Yep.
Our longtime sound guy, Ghostlight's longtime sound guy, Scott, decided to step aside too with Andy and Doug leaving. And our friend Todd, who I had worked with many times already with Fell From Zero, he's kind of our go-to guy because we don't run our own sound anymore. Todd was more than willing to come in on it, and I think we're in good hands. We got a guy who understands what's going on, and I think we'll be in good shape.
Oh, absolutely. I did have to laugh though when we did that Union House show. It was the one and only time in the now going on 9 years I've been playing live shows. First time I've ever broken a string while playing.
I've only ever done that twice.
It was second or third song into the set, and that's when we were working. Yeah, we were working the opposite set of, or the opposite side of the set list. I have our set list here.
Right. Yeah. Rich decided we should start with the other one to play some of the stuff we missed the night before.
Oh, it was during Hands to Yourself.
Oh yeah.
Because that was, I remember playing, and because I was singing that one, and I felt it snap. It was pretty sure it was my A string too. Like, it's one that you don't normally break.
That's slightly random, yeah.
But I think it's mainly because of the way I play, and I get really into that song. I love that song.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy the way people react to it too. So
yeah, and the way I play, I remember I came down and I hit a chord, and I felt the string go bang. I was like, "You have got to be kidding me!" Because I was like, "It's a local show. I don't need to bring all my stuff. I'll bring one guitar because I won't need it. So I'm rocking the Twin Dicks." And the one time I decide to bring one guitar with me is the one time I bust a string, and I didn't have my Iceman to back me up.
Well, is that? I never mind. I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, you know my thoughts. No,
Eventually, I'll start bringing the Gretsch out as a backup.
You should. I'd like to see that guitar. You've been talking about it for 6 months.
I'm looking right at it right now. It's sitting right here next to me.
Yeah, that's doing you a lot of good at shows. Right? Says the guy with his twin behind, because I don't even take it to shows anymore. Because, why would I? Why would I bring an electric when there's 2 guys who can play way better than me? And I have these 2 beautiful acoustic Breedlove guitars.
Hey, good product placement.
If you haven't heard, Jake and I are Breedlove artists.
As we both readjust in our seats.
Look at us. I'll tell anybody who wants to hear that. I got asked by our friend Jared from down at the campground. I had posted the picture I put up of the guitars after Austin cleaned them up. I don't know if you saw that. I changed my cover photo on Facebook, and it was just like a collage of the angles he took of the guitars, the headstock, all shined up and restrung, shot up the fretboard. And Jared messaged me, "Hey, are you a dealer of those?" I'm like, "No." I said, "What? No, I'm sponsored, and I that's what I play." I said, "Why? Who do you know somebody that's looking for one?" He goes, "Yeah, maybe me." I said, good choice.
Oh.
You let me know, and I can make all the recommendations in the world for you, buddy. You want to know?
I just did the same thing. I have my cousin who I played with in Transylvania.
Right.
he texted me out of the blue, and he's like, "Hey, looking for a fairly affordable 12 string." And I said, "All right, well, what's fairly affordable?" He shot me his budget, and so I found one on Z Sounds. I found him a Breedlove 12 string, and it was within his price range. And I sent it to him. I was like, "This is what you need." I was like, "You don't need any other recommendation. This is what you need." It was a Breedlove 12 string. I said, as someone that's sponsored by Breedlove, I stand by their products and their, everything they put out. I've played one Breedlove 12 string one time when it was in an acoustic room at a Guitar Center. Phenomenal, as always.
As expected.
Yeah. But yeah, I sent that to him, and he's like, "Sweet, thanks. I'm buying it tomorrow."
Well, that's I will stand by any of their stuff, even the stuff I've never played, because what I have played is just proven quality. I mean, it just is. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna. Something would have to go very wrong for me to, change my attitude about that. So
absolutely.
Yeah. And not that I'll never play another kind of guitar again, or even another acoustic again, or anything. Those are my jams, and I don't even have. One of these days in the future, when I'm not drowning in debt like most Americans, I'm going to buy a USA made one.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy one made in Oregon. I just know picking one up, and I've never played one, but I guarantee picking it up, it's going to be like the sounds of heaven
Oh my God,
to the ones I have. And that one I just got sounds so much nicer than my old one. And I think my old one still sounds amazing. So
your new one, is that one like mine?
I don't know what your. I mean, they're both concert models. I don't know particularly which one yours. Mine's a Tiger's Eye. Is the finish, the wood finish,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an African mahogany. Both double African mahogany. So it's the body and the neck are all mahogany, or the fretboard. I forgot how.
I think mine is the double African mahogany, but I don't remember like the model or whatever.
I mean, essentially in a certain price range, they're all depending on what wood they are. If yours is both mahogany on both sides, then it's going to essentially do the same thing as mine. Although I think yours is like a tier up from mine, if I remember right.
Okay.
And I'm just basing that on. I don't know your model number. I'm basing that on your cost.
Yeah.
What you paid for it before we were, discounted artists.
Yeah.
It's still higher than what mine would have been retail. So I believe you're next tier up.
Okay.
At the end of the day, wood's wood.
Yeah.
There's just extras that go into it as you get into higher tiers. You don't get the laminate top on. You start getting the real wood top or things of that nature. But yeah, I'd love to buy one of the Oregon made ones, but I'm not sitting on $3-4 grand for an acoustic.
That's fair.
At our price. Like,
yeah.
That's I one day I'll sell all these tchotchkes behind me, and I'll buy a nice acoustic guitar. There's nothing in this room that's worth that except that Twin Dix, and I ain't ever selling that. Not a million years. So, but hey, I'm happy. I'm very happy with what I have, and they've been good. The customer service when I ordered mine, because there's a lot of people that are sketchy about ordering guitars online. I've always heard horror stories, even ordering from the factory.
Yep.
And they were so easy to deal with. The girl that initially set us up on the program is the one I just emailed about it, and she set it up, got it done. It was very smooth. I got the thing within a week. It's something special, man. If I had it in front of me right now, I'd be playing it, just noodling on it while we were talking. It's just it's so nice. So
yeah,
that's one of the coolest things that in 2024 that I think happened to me as far as music goes, was that happening. Just reaching out to them and having them be like, "Yeah, man, you're the guy. You fit right in with our people." And that's why I told you do the same thing.
Yeah.
And they are just so easy to work with. It sounds almost too easy. In my day, there we go, old man Patterson. Back in the day, to get a guitar sponsorship, man, you had to be playing 300 shows a year and be like some sort of.
You had to essentially be somebody, like be a big somebody.
Or you had to be just even if you weren't big, even if you were just a touring cover artist, which back in the day you could do that. You could play 5 nights a week on covers. You had to be an exceptional guitar player to get a guitar company to look at. And I'm not an exceptional guitar player by any stretch, but I do believe in their product, and I think that came through. I think I showed that I do enough for them to be behind it. So I'm good with that. I'm gonna never do anything to ruin that. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, same. Like likewise, you and I have done so many acoustic things together. I've done so many acoustic solo things together that to me they've seen something that I can benefit, or that they can benefit from me by having me as one of their sponsored artists. And it's neat to have a duo that does that as a like Breed Love sponsored duo.
Right. And then carries over. Not that you're playing yours at shows, but it carries over into our full band shows, and it's something we are like legally allowed to put that all over our merchandise, or not our merchandise, but our promotional stuff, because we are Breed Love. It's nice to have that in the pocket, so to speak, to be able to open a conversation about their guitars. And like I said, Jared asking me when he's ready to buy one, if he wants and you did it for your cousin, if they're ready to buy one and they need advice, we are more than capable, and honestly very we're allowed to, you know what I mean, for lack of a better term, you know what I mean. I'm sure they want us to be brand ambassadors. It's really what we are, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. And coming from somebody that like I was sponsored by a different guitar company at one point, guitar company that shall remain nameless.
Yeah,
it's like night and day,
right,
to see what I would call a genuine, legit guitar company will do for their sponsored artists versus one that thinks that they can do something.
I agree, and that's cool. And we could turn this into an entire episode about Breed Love guitars. I'll start getting diagrams out, talk about X-Bracing. We're not gonna, but I mean that's been a big thing. And in this last month, that was a big thing for me because I got my new one. So, which I'd been waiting to find out exactly which one I wanted to get, and I went with, that's definitely the one I wanted, and I'm glad. And I love that the guitars, you can see a picture of them online, but the finish is always, the wood grain's always a little different.
Yeah.
So you're never going to get the guitar you see online. I love the uniqueness of it. There's no two alike, because wood, that's not how wood works.
Right.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the whole thing, the way it turned out. So that's super on my mind. So I wanted to bring up, you and I have had some discussions. We did last episode, but we had discussed a little bit about some changes we think we want to make.
Yeah.
Going into next year. We discussed a little bit about some episode stuff or structure stuff, but we talked a little, once off on, just through a text about some ideas you had. And I think that's worth discussing on air, even for people to know what's coming. Like we had spoke last episode about maybe throwing in an extra episode here and there. Maybe if it's just you or me hopping on like this. Hey, Jake's not available today, or hey, Bob's not around, but I had some thoughts, or hey, here's a little half a song I wanted you guys to hear. And I think we can expand how often we don't do this enough. The one thing I hear from everybody that listens to podcasts, or once again, we can't go one episode without mentioning Dave Gates and the Solo Musician Podcast. Dave has said many times, you guys don't do it enough. Like, you guys have a good thing going here, and you guys do it barely once a month. Which, I agree. I wish we could do it more, and maybe that's something we need to. We've been very, hey man, you free this week? Maybe, or maybe we could do it this day. Maybe we need to legitimately have this is the day of the month or whatever, we get together.
Yeah.
Okay, the third Tuesday of every month, this is when we get, or whatever.
Right.
And that's something, I would love to have more content for people, And,
absolutely.
And doing little short videos. We have a TikTok, we have a Facebook. Like, there's no reason we couldn't be uploading stuff from time to time too. So, and clips from our shows, if we do them this way, I also think we should push into maybe doing more, and you brought up maybe once in a while, but I think we should push into more doing, not necessarily live shows, although you mentioned we should do a live broadcast one time, just do a live sit down like this.
Yeah.
But I think we should be doing these video shows even when we're in the same room, and we should be pushing the YouTube route and pulling making audio of them later. But our little, like, what do you feel like talking about in tangents can really get in the way of a video show. But I like the way I like our format. I like that we just get together and chat. And I like that we're now a second year into this, and we did a full year of episodes this time around. And I just enjoy, it's just two guys talking about what's cool this week with their lives, and what we like in music, or our top
Yeah.
5 sometimes, or so I think that continues. I think we should just do more of this.
I agree.
And I think you brought up about doing some rebranding a little bit, not name wise, but logo, some more professional promotional stuff. And this is all stuff that we can take from our music world that we should be using for this.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I do think that there's some cool changes and maybe some big stuff. Let's not forget we were an award nominated podcast this year. And I'm never going to let that off our byline ever.
I'm trying to make it a point at least every show.
Yep.
At least once to make it a point that we are an award-nominated podcast.
And we are. And that's actually a legit statement. Did we win? No. Does that matter?
Absolutely not.
No. But we have some things. I think we have a unique position here where we can do this is a rare occasion where you could kind of do whatever you want. Like there's a billion podcasts. Podcasts are huge. But as far as like our band goes, we have to do a certain thing a certain way. Maybe different songs, but we're there to entertain people of a certain type and play certain genres and do things the way the formula works, so to speak. This podcast has been just you and I. Hey, how does this work? Let's figure it out. And we figured out a way, I think, to make it feel like it's ours. Like the people that do listen, I think, understand that this is Bob and Jake's show. This is the nailed it thing. This is what they do. And anything we can to improve that. Same thing. It's the same concept with the band earlier. The right pieces make everything fit. We have the right pieces. We've had them. Now we get into, and I think I've said this a while. I think we need to do more guests once in a while than we do. I'd be happy with a guest a month. That doesn't mean it's our only episode, but if we can pull that off, like Dave does, like Dave Gates does. He schedules a guest a week. He started doing that. 2 months into doing his episodes, like I'm gonna start having guests, and that's all he has. He has a guest, and he has a second episode where he tells us his Thursday thoughts, and that's, we have unlimited potential. This is we're essentially doing this for free. You know what I mean? The internet is free.
Oh yeah.
So I like where things could be going and where we want them to go.
Yeah. It even crossed my mind about doing like how Dave does his weekly Thursday thoughts. I think I had mentioned it to you as well about a mini episode where it's like if you have essentially a Thursday thoughts kind of deal where it's like, hey, this is Bob and I checked out this new album.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too.
I had thought about bringing, because I know I had mentioned it, I think in season 1, I had mentioned about doing the 717 only bands thing.
Yes.
And it's, a 30-minute episode, if that, of me talking about, hey, I checked out the new Lyndhurst EP, or hey, Observe the 93rd has a new song coming out, or I checked out this band, or that band live and at this venue, and give my thoughts on the venue, the band, and all that other stuff. Or just talk about a show I had, or like how earlier in the episode I discussed about like my experience over at TI's.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to go about it. And I don't necessarily know if this is the kind of conversation some people would have in their podcast. Hey, we're gonna have a behind the scenes. What are we gonna do with our lives podcast? We're giving out all the secrets, but no, I think we definitely have this is such a cool format that to be able to do stuff like that. So why wouldn't we? So that's definitely gonna. Oh my goodness, there it was. It got me. That dry cough came up to sneak up on me. I think that's definitely where we're going to go. I don't think this is we should do this as much as we are going to do this. So this is us saying it here. I think our format isn't going to change. It's just going to expand.
Yeah.
We could, who knows, we could have a whole nother episode ready to go this week if it wasn't New Year's.
Right.
Not that, but yeah, I think that's a lot to look forward to. Maybe someday we'll get nominated for another award and win one. Maybe we'll just make up an award and win it.
We're going to make our own award and we're going to win it.
We'll be the only, no, because we'll be the only one in the category when somehow we'll lose.
That's very true. We can, essentially use that like cheesy motto of New Year, New Us. It's New Year, New Nailed It.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's a good
And
promotional tool. Now you're giving away all the keep those shit to yourself. You're giving away our ideas.
I'll shut up.
Yeah, keep it hold it for the podcast. Yeah, and I also would like to get into more remote podcasts. I mean, we have the ability to do that. Where we can sit down with people, maybe shows. We talked about that many times, but we should do some like quick things at a show. We were going to try and do that with Lyndhurst with the whole band.
Yeah.
Their EP, and then we never got to do that. I'd love to do one where we actually sit down with a band and not just one person.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we talk about a lot of different things, but it is about music. Our main through line is music, and then, every other thing that we are currently into, or, we have a lot of shared interests outside of music too. We have a lot of nerdy stuff to talk about, but I think we can take better advantage of what we're doing, and just make it have a lot more fun with it, even though I don't ever have a problem. I enjoy just doing this right now.
Oh, yeah, same.
An hour away from each other, we still get to sit down and do this and talk. But
yeah,
I also think we could have a lot more fun with it if we wanted to. We could make things
absolutely.
We could take that Ghostlight mentality of here's the party and bring it into our podcast sometimes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, things are coming. Things are coming, people. I'm not going to make any pronouncements anymore. Anytime I make some sort of proclamation or announcement, like we're going to record this Pickle Shot song, we just don't do it. So let's just say we're looking forward to trying some new things.
Yes.
That could be taken the wrong way too. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine.
I do want us this year or this coming year to at least get one Craft Haven episode. We've mentioned it in both seasons, and we never do it.
Oh, we're doing it. Even if it's just us sitting down at the pavilion, listening to the waves crash, and talking to each other about how nice it is to just sit there and listen to the waves crash. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that because the way our schedule works now, I will actually have a lot more time to spend at Craft Haven. So
yeah,
and still
that'll be nice.
Shows, so it's gonna be a nice summer to get away. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
I miss that place. Did a
so
race
do
car
I.
Go by your house?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I thought so. Either it was a 700-mile tractor trailer or a race car that drove your street.
Nothing in between. It's one or the other, and then you get the random horse and buggy that goes clopping past my window every morning at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I get a good bit of noise around here too. So, now that we've talked through what we're going to do with ourselves for another year, I completely am out of ideas of what I want to talk about tonight. There was a few things. I think most of it was about what was going on with Ghostlight and what's been going on with us. You got any plans for New Year's since we're a day away from New Year's Eve?
I think I'm going up to Philly. I think I'm going up to Philly tomorrow.
That sounds awful.
Over to Delco for. No,
I stand by what I said. That family is just the pits. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know what we're doing. We have like 10 invitations to things, and none of them seem. They all seem fun. I don't want to say like, the hell with that. Those people aren't into my. None of them are like, this is what we have to do. If I'm not playing a show, usually there's some party we need to go to. And this year is just like, I don't know.
The amount of times people came up to me within the past couple of days asking if we were playing anywhere New Year's Eve has been insane. Like, again, I've been playing live for 9 years now, right. And I have never been asked this many times, where am I playing on New Year's Eve? And it's weird because I'm not. Right. I'm not playing anywhere.
I put my foot down about that before you even joined the band.
Yeah.
When I saw that it was a Tuesday night, I was like, guys, I don't think that's a great idea.
I don't wanna.
I don't want to do it. When it comes into a weekend and people have like the extra time off because of the holiday, people go out more. Last year was kind of a buzzkill for me.
That was at Burning Bridge, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't like the worst time I ever had on New Year's. The show, it just wasn't handled well, I don't think. And it just kind of took the wind out of our sails. I've had some really great New Year's on stage, and that wasn't one of them. And not because we didn't play well, it just wasn't a fun vibe.
Right.
And I I didn't want to repeat that, and I had a feeling they were just going to ask us. In fact, they aren't doing much this year. I noticed that the Burning Bridge is having an acoustic guy from 7 to 9, or 7 to 9, or 6 to 8, and they're closing at 9.
Really?
Yeah, they're not even staying open to the ball drop. So, I mean, a lot of places have become that way, I guess. So,
If I remember correctly, because I was at that show last year,
right.
and if I remember correctly, like the champagne toast was like poorly timed, and by the time everyone got their glasses, the ball had already dropped, and everyone kind of missed it.
They had that problem where they gave all the regular staff off on New Year's Eve and had like the owner and like 2 other people running the bar, and it wasn't. And they even cut it down because it was ticket only. They didn't. They told us it was sold out, but like half the room was empty.
I remember that. Yeah.
They didn't have enough staff to cover what was going on, and my wife pointed out every time the group of them would order a shot, they like specific the green tea shots they really like, and they ordered them 3 times that night. And every time they tasted different. Like they were like because they didn't have the regular staff on. It was very weird. And I understand from a business standpoint why they did it that way. It just didn't make for a good time.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I'm sure. Did you see my thing I shared on Facebook today
about the New Year's Eve show? Yeah,
the one I've talked about numerous times. It just came up that the memory of the one advertisement that they made for it, I shared today. The ever famous Ted's Bar and Grill in Annville that used to be a Ted's. Now it's like some kind of Korean place. Amazing food. I highly recommend it. Don't know the name of it. But, it was when that venue where they tried to skip out on paying me. And then I had to get in an altercation with the bartender because he wouldn't pay me at first. But he paid me.
Well, at least it's a story you can tell.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is the one and only time I played on New Year's Eve. And since then, I've not actively avoided, but haven't either booked that night or haven't been asked to play that night. Just it never really lined up then.
I couldn't tell you how many New Year's I played over the years. I mean, I've been doing this long enough. I don't like to think about that because I've actually been playing out almost as long as you've been alive. I've been playing out since 2001. So, and in fact, I played a New Year. My first show was on Thanksgiving Eve in 2001, and I played New Year's that year. We were an opening band still then, but I played that New Year's Eve. So, I mean, from my very first year on stage, I played a New Year's Eve. So,
I'm pretty sure if I did my math correctly, I was either 3 or 4.
Exactly. That's my point. I have a couple years on you when it comes to New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So, but I think New Year's it's a good time, but it's not what it used to be. And I don't know if that's just because I'm getting older, but I think it's a little bit of what goes on.
No, I fully agree because even in the past couple times that like I've gone out on a New Year's Eve and spent it at a bar or a casino or wherever, in the past 2-3 years, it's been drastically different. And I think a lot of it is because people don't want to be out that late. Like they want to experience the ball drop and then everyone, Happy New Year. But then as soon as that ball drops, everyone wants to be in bed.
Right.
And so people want to just skip the quote unquote hassle of going out and being somewhere where they'll watch it on TV. The ball drops, great, click, good night, and then they go to bed.
Yeah, and I started rolling to that early on in my the earlier mid years of me getting going on with bands is everybody starting to have kids. My boy was old enough, it didn't matter, but a lot of our friends said, well, we can't go out, we got kids, we can't stay out till midnight, that kind of thing. With age, the scene changes, but I think the scene just changed. We used to know people that would throw epic New Year's parties. We didn't have to go to a bar. I didn't have to play. And even we're gonna have some people get together and sit around and play cards. Like, okay, that's not really
great.
My jam, but you guys know I go out every weekend, and I still like to actually go see music and do things when I'm not playing for the most part. So but that's me. That's my thing. I also don't have a problem with being at home on a Saturday night if I have one.
Oh, yeah.
I did this, But as far as New Year's goes, you kind of want to have some fun with it. But, I don't want it to be just another Tuesday night either. So I'm sure we'll figure out something.
Right. And like I said, I'm going up to Delaware County. This past weekend, I was up in Pittsburgh.
I saw
for a
that.
little week.
Have a good time?
Little week. Oh, yeah. It was a lot of fun. Going and just checking out.
I don't get to talk to you anymore. You've written me off now. So unless we're at shows. So we don't get to hang out anymore. It's really sad. I'm a sad old man. Anyway.
But yeah, we checked out a bunch of random stuff. Went out, checked out, cool places to eat. Museum of Illusions was pretty cool. Went and did all kinds of fun shit around town. Had to do the mandatory stand in front of the Steelers stadium while holding my Philadelphia hat.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, because you're a Philadelphian.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it, man. I don't want to have to.
But no, that was a lot of fun. Well, yeah, that's true.
But that's cool. I mean, it's cool to get to do stuff, have weekends off, and do stuff.
Yeah. I should have mentioned this earlier. It's myself, Alex, and my brother-in-law, or not my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law and my brother. The four of us got tickets to a music festival in May.
Oh, that one in Ocean City?
Yup.
Oh, man.
So I'm going down the second day.
That sounds like a lot of BS. Oh,
man,
I guess I should have.
I'm surprised because that lineup is kind of your, like some of the bands on that's kind of your jam at times.
I unfortunately, there's a couple things that changed my mind about that. One, I would only be able to go to the Sunday show, which is the day that I would have liked. I heard from a lot of people that went to some of that stuff last year. I think, didn't you go to one of those? Oh, you went to one in Jersey.
I went to the one in Asbury Park.
I heard when they had that that country thing or whatever they did last year, it was an absolute shit show.
Really?
Prices were through the roof for hotels. Like all the stuff on top of the tickets, like it was badly managed. I'm like, I'm not spending that money to drive down there for one day and have to spend the night at some $400 hotel.
Yeah, I will say when I went to the Jersey one, the parking was insane. Like the pricing for parking, that was insane. The event itself, I heavily enjoyed. I thought it was very well maintained. Like I thought it was easy to get around places. All the stages were really easy to get around to. It did get fairly packed for the headliners.
Right.
Like when Green Day hit the stage the second night, oh my God, it was shoulder to shoulder. You couldn't even walk an inch in front of you. But I think that's also part of the festival scene for the headliner, at least. But you're
gonna have a good time down there, and the lineup is cool. But I'll be honest with you. I think, and it's not me and a grumpy old man. Many years ago, I just got real tired of all day concerts.
No, I get that.
I just don't. I'd love to be on stage, but I don't like to be in it that long. Like going to see 3-4 bands in a club or something, or even outdoors at a show is one thing, but all day is it's exhausting, and people are exhausting. And also, I should have checked with you about that because I'm pretty sure that's one of the dates I threw out to Sherwood Inn today.
We'll figure it out.
I'll just tell her we can't do it. If she even gets back now. Anyway, no big deal. I totally forgot. I got to put that on the calendar actually that you're off. So,
I will say, like that second day though, I'm ready. I got a couple people I'm checking off my bucket list.
Oh.
Actually, correction. I got one band I'm checking off my bucket list. The rest of them I've seen.
Who are you talking about? Refresh me because I don't remember who's on the bill.
So for the Sunday showing.
Wait a second. Isn't that the 17th and 18th?
Yes.
You know we have shows the 16th and 17th, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's why I'm only going on the 18th.
Oh, you're going for the Sunday gig?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, wait a minute, didn't you say you're going for 2 days? Because you're going to miss a day.
No, yeah. I made sure of that. I'm only going for the second day, the Sunday showing.
Okay.
But yeah, that second day is a guy named Tim Montana.
Not familiar.
I checked him out. He's got some cool stuff. But then we started getting into more people that I was aware of. So we got Saliva, Fuel, Blackstone Cherry, Dorothy, Crossfade, Candlebox.
Oh man, you're killing me.
Night Ranger. Brett Michaels doing his solo thing. 3 Doors Down.
I hope someone bought me a ticket for Christmas. Jesus.
3 Doors Down. 3 Days Grace. Alice Cooper.
Well, I mean,
Shinedown and Nickelback.
Okay, so Shinedown is literally the only one on there. I'm like, yeah, no, I would definitely pay for that. Because other ones that I wanted to see, I've seen.
Yeah.
And most of those I don't have any fucking care about. Jesus.
Oh, but the day before is even better.
For you.
You got, starting it off, Kat Von D.
Why?
Trapped. Puddle of Mud.
Oh my God! What?
Everclear.
That's okay.
The Struts.
They're actually pretty good.
Flyleaf.
I've seen them too, actually. If they're near as good as they were back in the day.
Extreme. Chevelle.
Oh, they're dope. God, they're so good.
Oh yeah, they were great when we saw them.
Yeah, they're fucking good.
Bush.
I've heard good things about Bush too, actually.
Hailstorm.
Well, I love that band.
And then closing out the night for the first night, co-headlining, Motley Crue and Def Leppard.
Okay, I have some thoughts.
Please tell me.
Def Leppard's fine. I understand. Just because I'm not a big fan, I get why people like Def Leppard. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
How is Motley Crue still getting shows?
Your guess is as good as mine.
They are visibly and audibly terrible every time they do a show, and everybody's like, "Oh man, it was so awesome." No, it wasn't. I just saw the same show as you, and it's fucking awful. Yet they what? Never mind.
So I've seen Motley Crue twice. Both times, I've been vocally disappointed.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not
musically. I can't complain because they're backing tracks, but
right. But they're not 80s Motley Crue. Like,
they're not
close. Not even
and
close.
not only that, current lineup, their best member isn't even there anymore. Just because I'm a diehard McMars fan.
Well, first of all, that's pretty subjective calling anyone a Motley Crue the best of anything, but that's just my personal opinion. But they definitely don't have the best singer in the world.
What, Abominable Snowman?
The fucking Bumble singing Dr. Feelgood. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that whole weekend would be great for you. Not for me so much. But hey,
no, I had to laugh as soon as I saw that first lineup. You were the first person I thought of. I was like, this sounds like Bob would hate it.
There is a bunch of stuff on both those days that's, well, the first day, not so much the second day, that's good, but not like I'm going to spend a fortune on tickets and staying somewhere.
Right.
To go there. Now, I'm not doing that. No.
Well, you talking about you wouldn't pay to see Extreme and Night Ranger?
Yeah, actually, if it was just Extreme and Night Ranger, like Club XL, I'd be like, you know what? I'm off that Tuesday. Let's go see them. But like, I wouldn't like take a 4-hour trip to see them. No, I would not.
Let me tell you, I'm so stoked to hear some Sister Christian live.
God, nothing like going to sleep at a show, right? Actually, I bet that's pretty amazing if you're in the right crowd of people that are there to see them.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of people that would be singing along to that. More. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to love it.
Yeah, that might be...
I'm going to take all the videos.
Experience. I found as I get older, I'm finding a little more interest in some experiences, saying I saw something that I never would have gone to.
Yeah.
But not like going to see that country concert this summer, going to see Lainey Wilson. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some like legit country that I actually would enjoy seeing live now because my taste
Oh,
has
yeah.
changed a little bit. And that goes back to 10 years ago when I saw Huey Lewis finally. Like the fact that I could see that kind of show. I mean, I really love the music too, but like to be, well, honestly, it's like the Ghostlight crowds now. People from, of all ages were there to see and have that good time. And it's neat to be in a different room than just the metal room all the time.
Well, that's how it was like when I went to that Jersey festival and I saw Boy George. And I will always say I had so much fun at that show, just seeing Boy George, than I would have ever expected. I did not expect to enjoy that show as much as I did.
That's kind of how I felt when we went to the Ludacris show over the summer at the fair. I was like, this is something. I mean, let's just go because we can go or off. And it was so much fun because it was just a cool atmosphere. Everybody was just having a good time with this guy and all these hits he had. You know what I mean? Like nothing I probably would have thought about going to any other time. Like you just don't expect the good time that was. So I look forward. I like finding music that's fun too, but I also, as I said, probably previously on our podcast this year, and I've said to many people in the real world, I can't keep spending money on the same bands over and over.
Right. That's fair.
Concerts cost too much now, and there's too many bands I want to see. So we went on a tear in 2023, I guess, where we were going to concerts like a lot.
We did go to quite a few.
And unless it's like, again, I'm a big Breaking Benjamin guy, but unless it's Breaking Ben or Beartooth or something that I am about to pull the trigger on going to a Tuesday night to see Bullet for My Valentine in DC. Well, my wife's in South Carolina because they're going to be around when she's not home.
Who are they with? Trivium?
Trivium.
Okay.
And I'm almost willing to make that trek on a Tuesday night and come home because they are absolutely worth it. And I've only got to see them twice, and once wasn't awesome. It was at Freedom Hall there in Lancaster. And it was one of the first times they started doing shows there, and I don't think they were prepared for the way that room is. It's not meant to be a concert room. So it wasn't the greatest sound, but it was a great show. But I saw them at Rock Allegiance then a couple years later on one of the smaller stages. I mean, I was like right up at the front. And man, I love that band. Sometimes I forget how much I love that band. I mean, right here behind me, I'm thumb pointing at my signed CD and picture and a piece of one of their backdrop flags. Like I do the thing. I have one of their little emblems that came as a keychain, hang as an ornament on my tree. Like I love that band, but they don't come. COVID kept them from coming to the States for years, so I might go do that. That is a band I've seen before, but I haven't seen them in years, and I would go see them again. But and obviously, as soon as Beartooth makes any announcement they're going to be anywhere near us again, I'm on it. So
I mean,
absolutely. I legit looked into hotels and flights to go to that Columbus show.
Did you?
In January? I'm just like, that'd be cool. I'm not flying out there for the night. It's just I'm being ridiculous, but I do have some flight miles. Anyway, it's not the point. But yeah, so I mean, that's some cool stuff. There's going to be always live shows for us and local bands to check out and all things that we can do. And we got spring will be here soon, sir. May/April comes soon, and guess what opens up? The Haven. Well, we'll be down there next month. We have a Goose show next month.
Oh yeah, that's right. We do have a Goose show.
24th, Friday the 24th, we're at the Goose. So so we'll spend a night down there. But we have a couple. I think we have another one in March. We have 2 or 3 in February, and maybe one in April. I think I booked 3 for us.
I think so. Yeah.
Winter, spring. So we don't get too far away from Northeast. At least once a month while it's cold. So I don't have much else. I don't know about you.
No, I think that's pretty much it. I nailed the new song, upcoming dates, and all kinds of other fun shit.
Yeah, I want to reflect back on our year, and I think we had a great year. I want to thank the people we had in this year, and made the second season stronger than the first. And we got a whole nother year, a whole nother season to go. More episodes. We will do more than 12. I know we will now.
Oh yeah.
And got a bright future for Nailed It the podcast. I think we got our 2 years of shaking it out, I think we're going to finally show people what we're made of, and we'll get 11 viewers instead of 10.
Yeah.
So our tens of viewers will go up to 20s of viewers. So
welcome aboard.
Yeah. Oh my God. Could we get 3 digits one time? Nah. No way. We don't have that many likes on our Facebook, for God's sake. But I'm looking forward to the year coming. It'll be good. So
yeah.
But yeah, I got nothing else, man. Just go to ghostlightradioshow.com or deadmothermusic.com to find out where we're going to be. Obviously, Ghostlight has not only our shows, but any solo acoustic shows I do, you do, Dave does, our duo shows. Deadmothermusic.com has my Fell From Zero gigs and anything, other that's related to any of our projects that isn't Ghostlight. Buy some merch. We got merch, people. Buy some merch.
Yeah.
We have some cool Ghostlight shirts. And I'd love to see more people wearing them. Support local music and whatnot. Get out there and do something. If it ain't us, let it be somebody. I'm getting pretty known for saying it, but without everybody coming to see shows and listening, we don't get to do it. So it's just 2 guys in their bedrooms talking on the internet. So that didn't sound right either. Jeez. Phrasing, Bob. But yeah, good things coming. 2025 is coming. So for me personally, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy holidays. Thanks for sticking with us all this time. And we look forward to bringing you all kinds of cool and new content in 2025 because we're not giving it up anytime soon. And the band's not going to go. Ghostlight Radio Show is here to stay. So that's all I got. You?
I'm good here. Happy New Year. Happy holidays from Nailed It the Podcast, myself and Bob and the podcast. And we're looking forward to seeing what comes in 2025.
Absolutely. So, like always, I'm Bob.
I'm Jake.
And we are
Nailed It the Podcast.
That's right, folks. We'll see y'all later.
See you.
Nailed it.
My ass hurts from sitting in this chair.